We haven't filmed the video in like a week.
Really?
And it's been like, because we've both been busy bees. So, I'm just with work and school and everything, so. But we're back.
We're back, and we have to talk about 50 Shades of Grey.
Yes, because we saw it last night. And
I swear I'm like 5.
we're gonna have to try to do our best to not talk about it the way we want to talk about it, like about how we want to, like, you know, because we both read the book. Okay, so we both
we read the book last week, and we obviously fell in love with Christian Grey.
Yeah.
We were like,
I mean,
what? No one's buying me an Audi, okay? What's
Yeah.
that about? But we're not here to talk about the movie in terms of being like, oh, like all of the sex scenes, which I thought were actually tastefully done. I feel like I've seen more graphic sex scenes on Game of Thrones. Like, whatever you're into, whatever you're into. I'm talking about the movie as a whole.
yeah.
And I feel like there was no character development for Christian. Like, you cannot understand why she would fall in love with him, aside from him being, like, ridiculously good looking and wealthy. But you wouldn't fall in love with him the way he is in the movie. You're like, whatever. He's like, oh, okay.
Which is why I think lots of people are having problems with it and are gonna have problems with it. Because if you haven't read the book, then you won't fall in love with Christian, and you won't, like, feel for him or
care. You're like, who's this man?
You'll be like, okay, she's crazy for liking this guy and going along with all of this. And yeah, you'll hate him. If you just see the movie, you'll hate him.
First of all, Dakota Johnson was perfection.
Yeah, she's
perfect.
So good.
And her character is better in the movie than it is in the books.
Yeah.
And
I feel like she brings herself into it.
Yes.
She's like kind of that type. She's like quirky
I just love her.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, she was so complex, but spoiler alert, when she says that she's in love with him, it comes out of nowhere. And throughout it, you don't see her falling in love, so you're like, really? What? Where did that come from? And you're just like, why would you be in love with him? Like, it doesn't seem like you're in love with him. Why is this even happening?
But in the book, they touch on it a lot more. Like,
it's
all like her thought process. It's basically told through her point of view. So it's like, there's moments in the book where she just is always like thinking, like, I love this man. Like, she's like, you know, she's getting those feelings when she talks to her mom and stuff. And like, her mom basically almost tells her, yeah, you love him. Like,
you don't get her inner turmoil in the book.
So
in the movie.
In the movie, it would be like, it was really out of the blue and kind of just like, people were probably like, what? She loves him. Like, okay.
What?
He just, like, spanked her. Why does she love him? Like,
I don't remember reading about nipple clamps in the Bible. Yeah, it just felt disconnected, and I feel like it felt like a short movie. It was 2 hours and 5 minutes. Which is normally too long in my opinion. But like, they could have done another 20 minutes to really get her inner turmoil and like really show that she's like confused about this man, and show that he has like, they show his darker side, but not like really reasons why he's that way or any redeeming qualities about him. He was very one-dimensional in the movie. You're just like, oh, he's just this like really hot, wealthy man, so obviously she's gonna fall in love with him. No, that's not realistic. Yeah. Well, it is, but whatever.
Yeah, it just like frustrates me that like people are judging it so much. It just like really frustrates me, like, because I see it like on Tumblr all the time lately, and everyone's like, oh my god, don't. They're like, how could you go see this movie because it promotes like domestic violence and rape culture and all this stuff? And I'm like, what? It's not rape. She literally signs a contract to agree to let him do this to her. Like, hello, consent. Like, come on. Like, so I have issues with that. Like, I feel like people just are judging it just to judge.
Oh, like, when you hear 50 Shades of Grey, you think, you're like, oh, it's about, you know, sex. And I feel like everybody's into whatever you want to be into, and it's fine. I don't think you, like, as long as it's between consenting adults, like, you can't really judge. Like, let people do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
But I think it's because, like, that type of sex has never been really brought to the forefront of things.
Yeah.
But that, to me, that was, like, the last thing I grasped from the books. I would, like, read, and then, like, I would just kind of skim through and be like, yeah, whatever, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like, because I actually cared about the people in the book,
yeah,
as opposed to what was happening.
Like, honestly, yeah, because, like, the sex parts aren't what gets me excited about the book. It's the other parts in between.
No, and you're like, oh my god, he upgraded her to first us. He showed up to Georgia. They're going gliding.
It's the cute little moments that they have that I'm just like, oh my god, like, and I just die over those. Like, not the sex. Like, I'm not in it for that. Like, I mean, some people are, maybe. And so, yeah, that's
I
what
know
they're into,
that the women that were all over the age of 40 in the theater last night were, oh my god, they were hilarious. So many like, woo! And you were like, are you kidding? Like, when he would enter on screen, first of all, I would die every time they would show him on screen, show him with his shirt off, just change the camera angle on me. Like, you literally can't do that to me because he is so beautiful, and I was like swooning every time, and I kept leaning over to Sarah, and I was like, oh my god, he's so hot.
I literally, every time he'd come on screen, I would go, whoo. Like, it was just embarrassing.
My issue was the gentleman sitting next to me was judging me, and I was like, don't judge me. That man is beautiful. Yeah. You're jealous. And like, he was so beautiful.
But like I said, his girlfriend is dumb for bringing him along, like, to the movie or whatever. Because I was like, if I had a boyfriend right now, which I don't because I'm single, if I had one, I would not bring him to that movie with me. No. Like, that's so
That's a
cruel.
movie you see with your girlfriends.
Like, right? I'd grab all my girls and I'd be like, oh, hey, we're going to go see this movie, and tell my boyfriend, I'll be back in 2 hours. Like, I'm not going to put you through that. Like, so, yeah, she's dumb for dragging him to that. I feel bad for you, actually, guy. Like,
I just kept looking over at him, and he was like...
He was sitting there
like
he was
rolling, fidgeting, like little legs kicking, and I was like, you are so funny. And I felt like he was just like, and then this girl won't stop freaking out over Jamie Dornan. I'm sorry.
How
you
can
can't
you
believe
not?
me. That man. That man. And Dakota was beautiful. Yeah. She's so stunning. Mm-hmm. I adore her. I was like so proud of her acting. I was like, good for you, girl. Nailing it. I don't like her character in the book very much, and Dakota made me love her.
Yeah.
She's so good. Mm-hmm. Yay! 50 Shades of Grey! I recommend sneaking some wine into the theater.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm sure all the women there too were a little bit, like, I'm sure those
women were drinking wine out of coffee mugs back there. I can guarantee it, and I recommend it.
They were all hilarious. Like, you know, they were in packs too. It was so funny. There was like 5 or 6.
There was like
of them.
6 and taking pictures together.
Yeah,
like it was a girls' night out.
Before it started, like, smile for, like, they're gonna put it on Facebook and like say we went and saw 50 Shades of Grey, and I'm like, don't. Oh, that's a little embarrassing.
So weird.
They were hilarious though. You know, they all probably like read it like as a book club or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
you know, they were passing that copy around on the soccer field when they were like watching their kids play sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Hiding it from their husbands.
Ain't no thing.
Yeah. That was our thoughts.
That's our thoughts on 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah. Not really much of a review. See it. Don't see it. It really doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just whatever you want to do.
Whatever you're into, you're into. And I'm into Christian Grey.
You're into.
Enjoy. Happy movie going.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Okay, my eye just went out of focus like it was the camera.
Just one eye?
Yeah. just the one.
One eye was just...
My mad eye, moody eye went out.
It was just like...